first Ask Stephanie Q&A video. I am so excited because you guys did such a great job with asking questions with such a wide variety. We had things like holiday questions, beauty questions, even YouTube questions, and music questions. So let's get started. This first question came from Jeremy, and he asks, what is the music service of your choice? Well, hands down, 100%, no questions asked, this has to be Spotify. I am a Spotify premium user just because of the fact I love using the offline mode. I use this while I'm driving, I use it while I'm at work, and even while I travel. I love having the different playlists. I love the curated playlist that Spotify puts together. I think they always have some really great ones, and it's helped me discover a lot of music that I didn't know existed. So it's helped broaden my spectrum a little bit. And then also I love to see what some of my other friends are listening to as well as their playlist. So you can't get any of that service from Pandora. So Spotify. So we do have a technology question, and this is coming from K. Alexander Ash, and he asks, do you have any thoughts about payment services like Apple Pay, Android Pay, or Samsung Pay? Overall, I am so happy that these services are actually out now. However, so many stores and restaurants still have to update all of their payment terminals in order for this to even happen. So I don't think that this is really something that people are using on a daily basis quite yet. However, I think that will definitely change. So for iPhone users, I've heard great things about Apple Pay. I'm an Android user, so I've used Android Pay. My phone is not capable with Samsung Pay quite yet. So I've heard a couple of differences between Android Pay and Samsung Pay, and I've heard that a lot of people are still preferring Android Pay. So as technology changes, I'll be interested just to see what happens. I'm sure upgrades are coming. So I think this is going to be a really cool area that a lot of us can take a look at and watch and see what happens. This question was fun. It comes from Michaela on Twitter, and she said, when are we grabbing drinks? Well, since we both live in Austin, this is gonna be so easy. Just DM me your schedule, let me know what works for you. I will let you know what works for me. We'll meet up, and then the first round's on me. This question is about YouTube, and it comes from Gervais. She asks, what is the best way to optimize so name and tag your videos to get your views up? Well, my biggest suggestion on this is to make sure that you are talking about some of the topics that people are already searching for. So this is going to be your biggest keyword search, and you can do this on Google, Google AdWords, and even within the YouTube search bar. So just start typing what you are wanting to talk about. That is going to help you figure out what keywords to then place within your title, within your tags, and then also within your description. You have 5,000 characters that you can use within that description box on YouTube. So make sure to use it to your advantage, because all of the pieces and the words, keywords that you put within that description, that's going to be searchable by YouTube and of course by Google. So that's going to help you have your videos to be found. And then of course, with you creating such great content, it's going to keep those viewers around. With this next question, I love it because Kristen sent a tweet which also included, of course, the hashtag, but also a link to a YouTube video where she asked 2 questions. So I'll show you that video and then I'll start answering.
I have 2 questions for you. Number 1, when you're doing videos for brands and you have more than 1 or 2 brands in there, how do you give them even amounts of time without it making it look like one is preferred over the other? And then my second question is, now that I have that awesome light kit, do you wear extra makeup so you don't look washed out? Can't wait to see your answers.
So those are great questions, Kristen. So I'm going to start talking about the products first. So if you're going to work with 2 products or brands at the same time, you have to make sure that they're not competing brands, because that's really not going to make anybody happy in that situation. So instead of competing brands, make sure that they are actually complementary of each other. That way you can talk about one brand and their features, talk about the other brand and its features, and then talk about how they work together. That's going to make everybody happy because each person got their own time in the spotlight, and then they were also paired with a favoring brand or product, and everyone's just going to be a lot happier, and of course they're going to appreciate each one of them being paired with the other. Now, for the beauty products and suggestions for the lights, I'm actually going to combine that with what Rochelle asked, and she said, beauty products, what are your favorites? So going back to the lights in the camera, the lights are awesome, and of course they provide a lot of light for you if you are filming at night, which I do very often, pretty much 99% of the time. So you just have to make sure that the settings on your camera are set so you don't look washed out, so pay attention to your ISO. And then also with the lights, same thing. You might have to do some quick testing, just make sure you're not washed out and you have a really good color. Now, for the beauty products that I love using, yes, I always do a quick touch up right before I go on camera. So my favorite powder to use is from Tarte, and it is the Amazonian Clay. This goes on really well. It has a great natural look to it, so you don't look heavily powdered. And then my next favorite product lately is a lipstick from Ray Cosmetics, and this is a local company here in Austin. And I was given this lipstick as I was a speaker at an event, and it's called Beach Baby. It is just the perfect color because you can have it even as a bolder color if you put a little bit more on. And then you can also wear it with even just a plain neutral outfit. It gives you your lips some color, but yet you don't have to have a ton of color on. So making sure that you don't have a shiny face, you have some good blush on, and also some lipstick, that's always going to be super helpful just for making sure that you look good right on camera. So with the holidays coming up, this had to be one of my favorite questions, and it came from Antelope13 on Twitter, and he asked, what holiday tradition or activity is your favorite as a youngster and is your favorite as an adult? Well, my family always used to watch White Christmas or It's a Wonderful Life on Christmas Eve, and so this is a tradition that I find myself even bringing into my own home, whether or not my boys or my husband are watching it. It's just, those are both great movies, and those are always such a great tradition that you have the fireplace on, everyone is just getting relaxed and ready for probably a really busy day the next day, so you can enjoy the music, enjoy the story, and this is just going to be one of those traditions that I think I will definitely keep working on with my boys just so they can understand what classics are out there, and again, crack some hot cocoa, sit by the fire, and enjoy some good movies. This next question probably had to be one of the hardest for me, and it came from Pony Express 2002, and they asked, what is on your Note 4? Anything and everything. That is probably the worst answer that I could give you, but I'm always trying out new apps, but I always, of course, have my favorites. So with email and productivity and social, apps for my smartwatch. So I'm actually going to turn this back into a question to you. And are you looking for a particular app or want to know some of my favorites? That might be an easier way for me to help answer. Just, I almost feel like I have every single thing on this phone. In fact, that's probably what takes up so much space. So like I said, if you have a particular question about maybe what one of my favorites is and why, let me know, because then I will probably be a lot more descriptive for you and can hopefully even help out if you're looking for something special. And we're done! Thank you so much to everyone who submitted those questions for the first Ask Stephanie Q&A video. We're going to be doing these videos every single month, so if there is a question that you would like to ask, just be sure to use that hashtag AskStephanie, place it in any of the videos in the comments or on Facebook, on Twitter. I'm going to leave all of those links inside of the description below, so if you haven't connected with me on any of those platforms, make sure to do so, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye!